Hey friends, welcome back to Off the Cuff. Today's episode we are going to be doing comments from Wing Commander, and we're going to switch it up a little bit because I posted on TikTok and YouTube to try and get some comments from people about the movie and let me know what they think of the movie. And so we're gonna be reading from those from TikTok. Tic Tac, because I'm an old man. I don't know how to say words. So the first comment is from Escaped Psycho. Way ahead of its time. Really should have a TV show, though, to give them more time to flesh out and explore the universe. Yeah, I could see them doing that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing them give Wing Commander a shot as far as a television series is concerned. I think they could do a really, really good job with it, especially with how more attuned people are to um, turning video game properties into television series. Obviously, Last of Us Part 2 just had a horrible time of it recently, but overall, within the last probably 15 years, we've had a pretty good run of video game properties that have gotten good television shows or movies. And I only saw these as far as when I snipped them. I didn't actually read them very much. I was like, this one's kind of long, so I snipped. That was my context for picking. This one from Mick Riblet. Loved the movie. Besides the visuals of the Kilrathi being completely wrong, it was very well done for its time. Yeah, I've heard that too. Again, I'm not big in the video game side of it, but I have heard that the Kilrathi look really rough compared to the video game, and that is definitely one of the lower parts of the movie for me. John Ver 530. Only bad thing I can say about this movie is that there was never a sequel or series live action. It was an amazing video game with Biff and Mark Hamill, even. Yeah, a lot of that too, where people really prefer the video game over the movie, which is, I mean, it's completely understandable. The game, from my understanding, is really, really good. I, like I said in the review, I had only played Wing Commander Prophecy on the GBA, and that was a little rough for back in the day. I tried really hard to like that game, and I did beat it, but I never really enjoyed it that much, unfortunately. Maybe I'll try it again on if they have it on Good Old Games. Maybe I'll try and play the legit one. All right, this one from News for Thought. I actually enjoyed the movie immensely. Don't take it seriously and just enjoy it for what it is. Yeah, totally agree. It definitely has faults and problems with it, but don't think too hard about it and just enjoy the visuals. Again, this is another one of those intake your popcorn calories, your butter calories. This one from Alberto Solano. I actually liked this movie. The performances by the bridge crew were great. Lillard was out of place in this movie. They should have toned down his idiocy, but otherwise I liked it. Yeah, that's fair. They let him go. They let him off the leash a little too much there. This one from drumroll Desmond Starhawk, which is a dope name. Was just talking to my coworker about this movie this morning. I enjoyed it mostly. If it weren't for two or three badly written scenes, it would have been a major hit. Great movie. Yeah, the writing is definitely a Debbie Downer for this movie, and some of the dialogue too. I think generally between the love interests is the big problem. The dialogue is really rough with them, and I think Devra is she's got like almost trying too hard vibes. Um, and then she softens up and falls in love with Blair and all that fun jazz. So, yeah, the story could have been better. I think I would have liked this movie better if they hadn't focused so much on Freddie Prinze Jr.'s character. To be fair, if they had more focused on the ship and the crew, like the bridge crew, I think it would have been a little bit better. But then again, I don't know the game story at all. I only know Wing Commander from this movie and the GBA game I played back when I was like 10, 11, 12. So Lord knows I wasn't focusing too hard on that. Oh, man. This one from Mikey. The popcorn was really good. Well, at least you have one positive memory from it. I might have to hop on to Rotten Tomatoes to do some critic reviews, but I wanted to do as many of these TikTok ones as possible because I was really thrilled, to be honest, to see so much engagement on TikTok for the my post, which is literally just the thumbnail and to let people know that I posted the video. But a lot of people commented, so I really appreciate that. From Rad Trace, the game was better, or game were better. Games were better. Let's go with that. Games were better, but movie was fun at that age. Yeah, if you were a young millennial at the time, like I was. Let's see, when this movie came out, it was in 1997. I would have been 6, so I probably watched it when I was like 8, 9, 10. Um, it would have been fun. Like things just explode, and you don't have to think about it too hard. From Inner Goddess, it was the first opportunity to see the Phantom Menace trailer, which I thought at the time was really awesome. Oh man. Especially for back in the day, I think a lot of people look positively on the prequels now. Um, and I think part of that is nostalgia and that sort of thing. Um, but I love the idea that the first time you saw the Phantom Menace trailer was Wing Commander, and then you turn around and you're like, oh, you go to see Phantom Menace, and you're like, oh, this movie is really really bad. Oh my goodness. Okay, one more from here, and then I'll hop on the Rotten Tomatoes. We're gonna invert it a little bit today. I was just so excited. I didn't actually like check to see how long this was gonna be. This one from Clay McGuffin. Production design was really cool. Loved the World War II carrier warfare and space aesthetic. Yeah, I really like that as well. Um, I think we got some inspiration from that with like the prequel Clone Wars movies, but this one is like very traditional World War II looking, whereas like Star Wars is just its own thing. It has a similar concept, but it's not as blatantly World War II looking. All right, so let me hop on Rotten Tomatoes really quick, and we'll get some critic reviews in, and then we'll get out of here. Get on with your day. And just for reference on this one, it's a 10% critic score and 26% audience. So this will be exciting. Let's see. All right, this one from Mike Massey. It would have worked better as a single episode of sci-fi television show rather than a standalone theatrical picture. And that one's from Mike Massey from Gone with the Twins. I don't necessarily agree with that. The only thing it saves yourself for being a television release is that it would be shorter, because you're looking at a 45-minute movie, or a 45-minute episode. So yeah, it would have to be a little bit tighter. Not that this movie is overly long anyway; it's like an hour and a half. Um, but you definitely have to tighten it up a little bit. This one from Brian Costello. Cliched sci-fi movie has slow pace, gratuitous sex talk. Yeah, I mean, the dialogue's not great. I think we've already been over this. One of the loudest, not loudest, one of the lousiest and tedious science fiction entries of the late 90s. I mean, this from Felix Vasquez Jr. from Cinema Grazed. I think you're being generous. You could probably save all time, and you probably wouldn't be too far off. But that said, I mean, it's still fun. This one from Lisa Alspector from Chicago Reader. Excruciatingly earnest, yet convictionless. I don't really know what that means. Like, are you saying it doesn't take like a moral stand on anything, or what? I don't know. It's another one. I'm very curious what you're expecting going into this movie. I'm trying not to repeat that a lot, but I'm very curious. Uh, for this from Godfrey Cheshire from Variety. Though the ingredients are potent, their blending here mostly comes off as formulaic, humdrum, and sometimes unintentionally laughable. That's a really interesting way of going about it. Like, yeah, it has some decent potential, but then it's just not very good according to them. Which again, if I'm being objective, the movie's probably like 3 out of 10. Um, so right in line with like the audience score, but there's still plenty of stuff to like in it, I think. Yeah, okay, we'll make this one the last one. This one from Dragon and to Antilov features a poor script, one-dimensional characters, and abysmal dialogue. Yeah, again, the writing of this movie was not ideal at all in any way, shape, or form. I think we can all agree on that. Um, yeah, I think that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. If this is something that you would like to keep going, I would really love for the off the cuff podcast part of it to be, maybe I will look at critic reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, but I would love for this to be I look at your comments and I react to the comments rather than the audience reviews. That is the eventual hope of this part of the podcast. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to comment when I put up the thumbnails. Feel free to comment on the TikTok channel or the TikTok channel. Oh my gosh, the TikTok page, the YouTube. I'll always put up like a comment. I'll put up a community post, that sort of thing. And yeah, I'd love to have that interaction with you guys and get a little bit more of what you guys think of these movies. All that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Um, I'm floored that we've gotten to 25,000. It, it means so much, honestly. It's crazy. But I really, really appreciate you guys. And, you guys help you guys help me want to do more of this. So I really appreciate you all so, so much. That all being said, thank you all so, so much. And I really hope I see you in the next one.